Hi everybody! So today I'm going to be doing the Q&A that I promised that I was going to do a couple days ago that I flaked on because I'm very awkward and I don't know how to film this. If the quality is really bad, I'm sorry. It's that I'm using my phone's camera. And not only that, but like the front-facing camera because I need to look at myself to make sure I'm in frame. Because I tried it the other way, and I wasn't in frame. So, take two. Abby Thompson asked, "Where are you from?" Originally I was born and raised in Honolulu, Hawaii, but I since then moved in August. Like last August, I moved. The next question is from Taylor May, and she asked, "How old are you? How do you keep your nails so long, pretty, and healthy?" I'm 17 years old, and they're not looking so hot today. They're coming off. I'm peeling them off. Broke all my nails recently, so I'm just peeling nail polish off. It's not a good example of how my nails usually are. Not very good at maintaining them. Green Tea Mochi asked, "Are you more an introverted person or an extroverted person?" I'm more introverted. Jiminy Mochi asked, "What are your nationalities?" My nationalities are Hawaiian, German, Italian, Russian, Portuguese, and Chinese. Cindy S96 asked, "Besides YouTube, is there anything else you like to do?" On my free time, I like to draw a lot. That's pretty much it. Cherry Universe asked quite a bit of questions, so I picked out a few I'm gonna answer. Some of them I'm gonna answer later. Would you change anything about yourself? No. I mean, I guess if I had to, I'd change like the nose. It's a bit bigger than I would like it to be, but I don't really care. If it's there, it's there. I can't do anything about it. I'm not gonna change it physically unless I'm like smash it. Happiest childhood memories. I used to go to the beach a lot, and they had this one beach. There's this really long reef that goes out. It's not a reef, it's just a bunch of rocks, and it goes in a straight line. It's pretty narrow, and it just goes straight into the ocean from the sand. And it goes really far. Like, when you get to the very edge, it's just dark blue water, like pure dark, and it's terrifying. But as a kid, like in elementary school, I used to go on those rocks, and I would just go all the way to the very end by myself. I'd be the dumb one to go on the rocks, and I'd start making my way over. And the thing with that reef was they were huge rocks. These were humongous rocks just piled around each other and on top. And so you had to be very careful, because if you made one wrong move, you'd slip into the hole and die. And there was waves always crashing around it, so it was really slippery as well. So when I got to the very end, it was so far. I can't stress that enough. When you got to the end, I would just kind of sit there because I was already scared I would lose a slipper. They'd fall in the hole when I fell. And I'd just sort of sit there until my parents found me because I was too scared. I couldn't swim. I probably shouldn't have been doing that. It's not like the happiest memory because like it was pretty scary, but I like looking back at that one because that one's funny. And the last question I'm going to answer of hers was, what would you like to be professionally? Now, I've thought about this so many times, obviously. I wanted to be everything that nobody else wanted to be, like, willingly. I wanted to be a bus driver. I was obsessed with buses. I wanted to be a bus driver. I wanted to be a greeter at Walmart. Like, that was the goal. I wanted to be a cup stacker, a professional cup stacker. Let that sink in. I wanted to cup stack for the rest of my life. And then, like, the biggest one was I wanted to be an interior designer.
As a kid, I loved HGTV, which is a home guidance TV program, and it basically shows like home renovation and whatnot, and I loved everything about that.
But that involves a lot of math, and I'm not very good at math, so I'm gonna probably have to pass on that. I'm touching my hair a lot. It's a habit. I'm sorry. I've just noticed how much I touch my hair, and it's really annoying me, but I can't help it, so. The next question is from Kim Hae-soo, and she asked, which BTS song is your favorite and why? I can't choose it. I'm gonna skip this question. Kim Mama Owl asked, how tall are you? I'm 5'11" and a half, so in centimeters, I'm pretty sure that's 181.6. Rosa 850 asks, how do you stay loyal to Hobie? It's really hard. Not because he's like low standards or anything. That's not the case. I'm just a really bad person. KB asked, what's your greatest fear? I don't know. Do I have a great... I don't like aquariums. It's not my greatest fear. What if it collapses and all the water comes shooting out and the big like animals that are in the water just come out and eat me like a hippo? Rosie asked, do you have any editing tips? Not really. I just kind of go with whatever goes in my head. I don't have anything that I really follow by. I guess kind of just space it out. Don't try and do everything at once. Like when I edit, I like to cut all the clip parts that I need, like all the words, I clip it, and then I take a break, and then after I implement what I want to say, because I already have it in my head, and I just put it all together like that. That's the only tip I can really give, because it's nothing else that I really have any experience on. I'm just kind of winging it. Ilse Warming, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but she asked, do you have any favorite song that's not K-pop? I've been listening to Attention by Charlie Puth and Location by Khaled a lot. I don't necessarily listen to all the music, but I really like those two songs. By this question asked so often, so I'm not even going to give it to a specific person who asked. Just everybody asked. It's how and what do I use to edit? I use iMovie to edit on my phone. iMovie is trash, so if you can find a better app that works for you, use it. How long does it take to make an Imagine, including rendering and uploading? It really depends on how long your video is, what kind of video it can take a really long time depending and how used to it you are. When I first started, it would take me like hours to do a really short video, but now I can kind of pull them out faster, but I tend to take around the same time, which is like maybe a few hours, or sometimes even all day. I'll just do it. Mrs. Tay asked, how long does dialogue take to come up with, and how do I make it match with the video I use? Dialogue comes, I finish the, like, thinking about what I want to write before I start the video, like before I start editing. I like to watch the video that I'm using without subtitles, so I can kind of like zone out and like just imagine what they're saying it in English. It's kind of how I get the dialogue going. It can take a while depending on how fast they talk, how little they talk. Sometimes I have to like chop down what I say, like I have to take out some words that I don't think is necessary and only keep the keywords so that it matches with the speed of how they're talking, or like goes over a little bit but not bad enough to where it's like it's too fast. It probably is too fast because they talk really quickly, but I try. Making it match with the video is just kind of like you have to pray. How fast they're talking or how their tone is, that's kind of how I determine like, okay, where am I going to go with the video? Are they talking happy in the beginning, sad at the end, something happened, kind of stuff like that. And that's how I make it. Sorry to pronounce your name wrong, but Rainier Skylar asks, do you like freckles in a girl or a boy? Yeah, why not? I actually have freckles myself. Oh, my nails. I have freckles. So, why not? It's cool. It's great. Who is my bias and bias wrecker? Now, like I said with favorites, I don't like picking them, so when it comes to these kind of questions, I choose it as who do I like to stay in my lane with, and then who swerves me, you know?
Take it as you want, if you want to say that's still biased or not. But I would say my lane with
Hobbies, and my lane swerver would be Sugar.
I went to YouTube and I looked at the Vine music video, and that's when Sugar popped up, and when Sugar like was walking towards the guy, my heart stopped.
And I was like, wow, this is love. Okay, I'm done talking to myself. I think I've been talking to myself for 2 hours.
I'm talking about myself, and I'm tired. I don't want to look at myself anymore. I want to take this makeup off. I want to sleep, because I woke up and I was just like, I'm going to do this right now. But the problem is that, I'm sorry if this video is bad.
Thank you guys for sending in your questions. It really means a lot to me. I'm sorry if I didn't answer yours.
I trust me, I look at all of them. I'm so grateful. Thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. I always say comments along with your questions. And once you love the account and on the videos, it makes me really happy. So thank you guys.
With that note, I'm gonna say goodbye. Bye.